Welcome to the sixth episode of the Couchsurfing Experience. We are here with Giuliana from Argentina, and we are recording together on the Saturday night.
Yeah.
We call this episode "The Adventure of a Musician in Couchsurfing" because I'm hosting Julian, and she is a musician. So we will speak about this. And how are you, Julian?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me in this amazing podcast. I'm so happy. This is so much fun, Roberto.
Okay, I want to ask you, first of all, how much you are using Couchsurfing? How many years?
Actually, it's funny because I make my profile like more than more than like 10 years, like 15 years ago, but I never really used it till last year. So it's like 1 year.
Okay. No, you are in Italy to visit the Italia, and also I want to ask. You told me that how do they call it Trump,
Trumpet.
Trump. I was really curious because you told me that you will play maybe in the street the trumpet. Have you had some experience about this improvisation on street? Was a good experience, but many people comes. How was your experience of being a musician in the street?
Yes. So I used to do that in Buenos Aires, that is my hometown, with a band. We played in the street, and it was very cool, very cool. A lot of things happen, unexpected things. But then, like, I wanted to do it by myself in this trip that I'm doing. I've been traveling for 6 months now, but I haven't had the opportunity because, like, all the first months were very rain, where it was still winter, and it was very rainy, so I couldn't do it. And then I was working for 2 months in France in the vineyards in a town that doesn't have anything, so it was not the place I would play for no one. So maybe now is the time because it's summer. I'm in Italy. I'm traveling. So yeah, I always played with another people. I didn't do it all by myself, but I wanna give it a try.
Yeah, so I want to tell you, everybody, that you can find her profile on Instagram. It's Giuliana Kakash because she's a musician. There are some jam session with other people, so maybe it will be interesting for you to follow her. And also you find a little bit in YouTube. So I want to ask, what is the most interesting experience in aspect on couchsurfing? Because you meet some special history, some people very because I always meet people that traveling very much,
Yes.
100 nation, and so have you a special meet in couchsurfing? Some history, particular history,
Let me
because
think.
we always speak about the worst situation, but let's speak about the good
Yes,
situation.
it's true. It's true. I don't know if I. Mm,
Something really funny or something that impressed you, maybe some special house, some where you are the
let
use
me
couch
think.
surfing. You travel in France.
Yes, I used it last year to travel in France, then in Portugal. Then this year I use it in France again. In Belgium, no, because I was in work away. I think I told you
Yeah.
about it.
You use couch surfing in Latin America. You try or
I didn't. No, no, because when I traveled there, I was like, we used to go camping
ah,
most of the time, or I was visiting friends, for example, in Brazil, because I lived a lot of years in Brazil. So I didn't. Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. One of problem, my friend Salvatore told me there is some problem using the value, the money, because there are restrictions. Because the euro money is very powerful,
Yeah.
and so the Argentina lira, how do you call the Argentina
Peso.
peso, is very weak. So if you have to,
It's
It's,
funny because peso means weight, but
right,
it
yeah.
doesn't have a lot of
Yes,
weight.
yeah,
Yeah,
was
it does.
valuation. And
Yes.
so maybe some people has to work before traveling, work in Europe to make grand
Yes,
money,
of
not
course.
for because they don't have a good job in Argentina, because they have money, but the money is not.
It's not, yeah, in a worldwide economy, it's not valuable.
Yeah,
Yes, it's very hard to save money if you're earning in pesos in Argentina. Yeah, what usually we do, I mean, well, at least it was my experience. Like I had some savings, and
maybe
then
for the plane, maybe for the travel.
for the ticket, yeah, and a little more because you always have to have if you have an emergency or whatever. But then um like yeah, I use a lot of couch surfing and also work away, that is this change of some hours of work for the place to live and the food. So that's the most expensive thing in a trip. Then you can see, if of course if you are in Paris you want to go to the
Yeah,
museums and you will always
and money,
have
use
to use
much money.
money. But then what I do, like yes, well, I used some of my savings, and then when I saw it was I didn't have that much. Then I got this job for 2 months. Then I saved again. So then I continue travel. Then maybe will look for a job. You know that I'm looking in Bordeaux. So maybe I'll stay there, work a little bit, and then travel again.
So it's your purpose next years, maybe to travel and find job, travel again.
Yes, in this moment, like I think I'm not done traveling. I still want to do it, but I also need a pause. Like I need
Okay.
to spend some months in a place because, like, yeah, I've been traveling for 6 months now that were really great, but it's also tiring.
Yes.
And it's like I miss a little bit having like friends or having people that you see for more than 1 or 2 times, because it's awesome to meet people from all over the world. But it's like, that you'll be there for maybe a couple of weeks or a couple of days, and then you leave. And then
Yes.
again, you don't know anybody. Then you meet people that you like, and then you leave, and then and it's
No,
like,
it's what I call for the host the Mary Poppins effect. I told you. You know that Mary Poppins comes to the child, they say good together, and she went in the film away. So maybe it's a strange experience because you change. So maybe you love people, and they disappear because they will go to another. I want to ask
that is
again
hard.
about the music. What about maybe you found some jams session? Um, there is contamination with the sound, or now the music is always the same because maybe you told me there is tango in Argentina, but maybe in France you found new kind of music. Maybe if you go to Asia, the music is different. If you told me that you love the popular music like Balkani music, you feel what you when you meet a new musician is
Yes.
everything like pop music, or you find popular music contamination with the other country, or
But
every
what do you mean by
no,
contamination?
the fact that you discover new culture and they mix each other.
Oh, okay. Yes, I mean, maybe like in the radio, what you hear in the radio is
Ah,
a little bit
all
similar.
similar. The
Yeah,
mainstream.
the mainstream music. But then if you like talk to musicians and stuff, like you can see some difference. Like I don't know. For example, I'm in France. I met a musician, and he told me that it's something that it's very common for them, but that I didn't know is that they listen nowadays to a lot of rap, like French rap, and I wouldn't imagine that because I don't
Also
live
in
there, and I
Italia,
don't.
also in
Ah,
Italia starts to be
okay.
music trap.
Yeah. No, but not trap, rap,
Ah,
just
rap.
rap.
Ah,
Yes.
rap. Rap.
Um, so you can find, yeah, difference. And then like me, I don't know why. Um, yeah, if I go to jam sessions and that stuff, it's always the classics,
Ah, okay.
that maybe are not very modern, but it's like the songs that are always played in the jam
Yeah, yeah.
sessions.
But
You can
also
find
it's
it.
spontaneous because you find someone with a guitar, someone with other instrument. So you make uh, attempts together, or you have to study together, or you play in the at time together, you improvise, or what kind happens to you?
It depends on the jam session, but the most common thing is like, yeah, you there are some songs that are known by the musicians, so like you choose one song and then like you play it. So it's not like I start playing something that I invented in that moment out of the blue, and then like people start playing along. Usually it's like one song or other song. And one thing that I discovered this last month is that because I was, well, my journey in music started a lot of years ago, but I started like playing guitar, then I tried other instruments.
Conservatory at school?
Yes.
Okay.
That I
Many years, maybe.
Yes, for some years. And then I didn't like completely love it, so I started trying other instruments till I found the trumpet, and I fell
It's
in love.
mine, yes.
I really liked it. And then I started being very serious about it and like really study. I was in the conservatory and all. And then I started working with the trumpet and all that. So everything was about the trumpet. And then I forgot, like, I always like to sing, like, but the trumpet, if you do it professionally, it's like you
This
have to be
time,
a trumpet
this time.
player. Yes, and that's all. And then like I discovered that I wanted to explore more myself as a singer also. And because a lot of the music that I like doesn't necessarily have trumpet always, and I like a lot of rock, for example. You don't find a lot of trumpet in rock.
Sometimes happens that you are too comfort, which is
Yes.
common.
Yeah.
It's easy to. It's the same, or it's more difficult with the others, the same instrument.
When you have another,
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes
I
more.
think it's a little bit easier in the sense that you feel like less exposed because
Okay.
you have each other, so you
Okay.
back up. But it's harder in the sense that you have to tune with the same instrument. It's sometimes hard because a little difference makes it sound out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
tune,
yeah.
like that. So
Everybody.
you have to really be connected and really listen to the other,
I
and
watch
like,
also you play something in remote distance from.
yes.
So maybe it will be out. So we are in the middle, so we'll take some break to drink a beer. See you later. Welcome back to the sixth episode. We are talking about a collaboration because she has a trumpet. So maybe we will produce a jingle. And so sigla, how do you call it sigla? The beginning, the music at the beginning.
Intro,
Intro.
maybe.
Okay.
Or
Stay
yeah,
tuned.
the jingle.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll be approved this. So Giuliana want to ask me if in the episode somebody asked me something. So I now there is another position because she asked me something.
Yes.
What do you want to ask?
No, I was wondering when you asked me like the crazy story or anecdote in Couchsurfing that I didn't answer because I had cool stories, but nothing very crazy, I think. But anyways, I was thinking if you had something to share because you've been
Yeah.
hosting for a lot of time. You have more than
Yeah.
100
No,
hosts.
it's a very crazy.
Yes, exactly.
I asked a guy from Nigeria,
Nigeria.
and it was really funny because we are very different. Because he cooks without boiling the spaghetti, without boiling. When I put in the oven the pasta, he said, "Why are you cooking twice?" And also it was really nice because we were very different, different culture. Also, he's a Catholic also, but he prays all the night. So if we have to go to the room because he's near the bathroom, I found him praying all the night. So was the most funny experience because I had also a roommate and low every time because we are very different. But it was a good experience. But
Wow.
it's really not simple to understand each other. Is
No, yes, yes. It made me think of something that I will share. Yes, yes, yes. I understand. But he was traveling.
No, he was coming there for study, and so it was the first experience on couch surfing, and also because he has black skin, so for him it was not really easy to find a room for study at the university
Wow.
because there are not only racism, but it's also they are not trustworthy because maybe you will not pay me, and so
It's probably a form of racism.
that's it. Yes, in maybe I will not tell you the city, but you understand which city it is, and
Uh,
also
I
and
have a suspicion that I will ask you.
and okay, not Italy, you
Yes.
understand.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
what else? One of problem of traveling is the heavy of the bags because Giuliana told
I
me that
know.
the fact that she has winter clothes and everything with her, also the trumpet. So, and every time people ask me in Salerno or Napoli if there is some closet to put. But in Italia, there's no very simple to put the bags in the deposit or and so this is one of the problems to traveling for much time because if you are backpacking, it's not easy to put many stuff. Maybe you don't have an house because you are traveling,
Yes.
so it's one of the you have when you're traveling for much time, you have to think about this
Yes.
because you cannot put. Also, someday you go in a place and so you cannot stay in this place like
Yeah.
Amalfi Coast.
Hmm.
So you have to take your bags with you. So it's sometimes they say that the traveling is the most important thing of the life because you discover culture, you open your mind, but it's not easy to organize the travel. I want to. You
Yes.
told me
We were
that
talking.
yeah, we were talking. I want to ask this. You need much time to organize
Mm.
because sometimes you have to find host, so it needs time. Needs time to check the ticket. Next time, so you will spend much time. You want to plan everything, but it's impossible.
Yes. Yes. I mean, yes. It takes a lot of time of organizing, and I don't know. Like it's funny because some people think like when I say they say, "Oh, where will you be in 1 week?" I don't know exactly. So they think, "Wow, you see day to day like what will happen." And it's no, it's not like that. But like for example, this I'm trying to get a host in Napoli for since I got here.
If everybody has a place in Naples, just please
Please.
just tell us.
Yes, and like I'm not being able to fund it, so I have to think of another solutions. Of, I mean, sure, you can always get a hostel and stuff, but that is always my last
Option.
option because for a lot of reasons because I really like traveling with couchsurfing and also because of budget because I've been traveling for 6 months
Yeah, yeah,
because I have a really low budget,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like and the being no the logement like the
Host,
yeah the
the
to
house, the lodgement.
the lodgement yeah is the most expensive thing in a travel. It's like it's crazy. So don't if you take that off, you will be able to travel for much more
No,
time.
also you can find places strategic in Couchsurfing because you are near the train station, or maybe you are near the monuments, or maybe you are near the you have internet. So maybe it's very hard to find a good place, but sometimes you are lucky to find good place
Yes,
and so
and good people.
and good people. So
Yes. So yeah, that is true. Like it's good to tell that because sometimes people that do not have never done this experience think that everything is wow. It's very
Yeah,
idealized,
yeah.
the traveling, and of course it's amazing and a lot of amazing experience, but it's also very hardworking if you don't have a lot of money, because if you have a lot of money it's
Yeah.
probably easier, but then you have to make everything by yourself and just go after everything and have a lot of energy and strength to yeah.
So I want to finish our episode now because we the beer is waiting us. And so thank you, Giuliana, for coming and staying in our episode. And really, if you love music, follow her, Giuliana Kakashi on Instagram.
We will
And
write it because it's a, I think it's a hard name even
yeah,
for
yeah,
it
we will
to
write under
yes.
the episode. And thank you, and everybody stay healthy and have a good experience in the summer.
Thank you,
Bye.
Roberto, for having me in this episode
Thank
and
you.
for having me at your lovely house. Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye.